In today's episode, let's check out the fragrances of Santhal brand heritage Warli and Madhubani. Namaste everyone and welcome to Om Incense Show with DJ, a show that helps you increase your incense quotient. So if you are an incense enthusiast, consider subscribing. So today we're doing the fragrances of two of the Santhal brand heritage incenses. If you remember, I'd shown you in the last episode that we have four of them: Sanjhi, Santhal, Madhubani and Warli. So we've done Sanjhi and Santhal the last time. Today we'll be doing Madhubani and Warli. So we are only doing the fragrances today because packaging I've done already in that last episode. So if you really want to see the details of the packaging, just check that episode. Otherwise, we're just doing the fragrances here. And I'll just read out what's written, what's the main thing about this. So it says, on top it says Heritage Madhubani, celebrating Indian heritage. And I want you to see the painting that has gone here. So just check this. So this is what you get on this pack. And like I told you last time, once you've used the pack, once the incense is over, you might just want to use this art in some form, in some DIY form, in any form that you want. So that doesn't go waste, and this is like, honoring the artist also, because if this goes in the dustbin somewhere, it's just going to be a waste of all the energy and, that passion that goes into making a painting. And if you are an artist, you would very well, relate to it, the kind of energy that goes into making a painting. So this is there. On the back side, what we have is this fragrance is dedicated to the traditional rural art created by the women of various communities in the Mithila region. So this is what is there. So Madhubani painting or Mithila painting, I'm sure if you know that, this was started during the days of Ramayana. They say that when Sita was, when Sita ji was about to get married, and when Ram had to get all of his, people there in Mithila for the marriage, that is when, Janak ji asked all the women in the Mithila to decorate their houses in a way which will remind, which will let people of Ayodhya know the culture of Mithila. And that's the reason the Mithila painting started. That's the starting of it. So mostly what you see is the depiction of nature and the everyday life that we have and the marriage. So let's begin with the fragrances. If you know that, this is what the packaging is like. The internal packaging, it's like plain pouch with Santhal heritage written. And the link of all of these incenses in the description box and in the comment section. Please check out the links. Also, the proceeds from the sales of these incenses go into nurturing the artists of these art forms. So please help this cause, and buy as much as you can. Just use it yourself, gift it, donate it to temples. I think donating incense to temples is a very good thing. It helps you in very many situations astrologically. So, and even otherwise, once in a while it's okay to give some incense to gods also. So this is there. The incense as usual is textured like the other incenses. It's like usual normal incense. It's textured, very pretty, very beautiful. This is a very nice floral fragrance. So that's what you get. That's what the top note is. The fragrance that you get from the cold incense is of floral. Nice fresh floral fragrance. So that's what we get. Now let's light up the incense and check out the fragrance of the smoke as such. Let's see what the diffusion of it is like. So the first whiff that you get from this incense is still floral, like in the cold incense, like the top note of it. It has a very, very greenish kind of floral fragrance. So the kind of freshness that you get from a freshly plucked flower, that is the kind of fragrance that you get from here. It has that nice sweetness to it, which is like very floral kind of sweetness, which is like not that sweet but that floral kind of sweet. That's what you get from here. So that is what the overall fragrance of this is like. So if you like floral fragrances with slightly floral sweetness to it, you would like this. And if we talk of intensity, the intensity of it is like every other, you know, the heritage incense. So it's like mid-mild, not neither very mild nor very strong. It comes to life immediately, but it takes time to build up the profile. So that's what this is. And this has a good retention, you know, so it stays for long. The fragrance, once you've lit in the house, it's going to stay there for at least a couple of hours. So that is the kind of retention that this fragrance has. So if you like that kind of fragrance, you would like this. And so this is like, you know, it's like floral, fresh floral, mid-mild intensity, and retains for long. So that's the kind of fragrance this is. And that's Cycle Heritage Madhubani. Now let's check out the fragrance of Cycle Heritage Warli. So I am not going to go into the details of the packaging. Like I said, just check out the paintings that's there. And once you get the package and once the incense is over, please use this painting, like I said earlier also. And what it says is, this fragrance celebrates the ancient, vibrant tribal art of Warli from the North Sahyadri regions. This is from Maharashtra, and like every other folk painting, this also depicts their normal life, you know, the normal life of people out there. And so this is what you can see there. Warli is a very beautiful painting, very, very nice. I really like it. So this is Warli, and this is what is there inside the pack. A plain pouch with Cycle Heritage written in white on it. That's the packaging like. The incense is the regular size incense, textured like every other Heritage Art Series incense. So this fragrance of the Warli incense is quite sandalwoody with a base of floral. So if you like that kind of fragrance, you would like this. The diffusion is good, you know, the fragrance comes to life immediately, but it takes time to build the profile like every other art series from this incense. And the strength is mid-mild. The retention is good, so it's going to stay for a couple of hours once the incense has been through. And you'll be able to point out the nuances of the fragrance profile once you have been with the incense for quite some time. So you could probably explore more notes to this incense once you spend some time with it. So that's the kind of fragrance this is. So this is Heritage Warli. So if I have to give star rating to these incenses, I would like to give a 3 star to both of these, because I like the fragrance profile of this fresh floral of Madhubani and sandalwoody floral of Warli. I like both of these. I'm going to use them a lot. Link in description, please buy, and you also use them a lot, because the sales from the proceeds from the sales goes to the artists in these art forms. So that's all for these incenses. And the quiz that we had last time was name the incense and the incense form that is mostly used in Mithila, and it has something to do with Nepal. So Vidwatamji said that in Nepal they use rope incenses, which is true. In Nepal they mostly use rope incense. And in Mithila we use mostly what is called sarar and dhuman. So sarar is a wood, it's a fragrant wood, and dhuman is a resin. They are both used together, either powdered together or they are used in tiny chunks, placed over hot upla in a dhoopdani. It's taken around the house and finally kept in the balcony or at the puja's place. So that's how it is used. Now the quiz for today is, what is the Latin name of clove? Let me know your answers and your thoughts in the comment section below. Check out the link for the check out the description box for the link of this incense and many incense products. And till we meet again next, take very good care of yourself. Namaste.